What's up, guys, and welcome back to the channel. It is July 26th, and yesterday the Giants ended up going against the Diamondbacks for the first game of this 3-game series, and they lost again to the Diamondbacks. And you know, this team has been like the Giants' worst nightmare. When you see the Giants going against the Diamondbacks, you kind of get really tensed up and scared, at least I do, because the Giants have not played well against the Diamondbacks so far, and the Diamondbacks have actually won 4 of the 7 games. It did come in with the series tied 3-3, or season series, I should say, but the Diamondbacks now have a 4-3 lead over us, which is not something that we want to see because this is a below 500 team and we're losing to them. So, obviously something that's not good to see from the Giants, but you know, that's how the Giants have been playing this year, and I feel like last year too, they really struggled against teams that are not good, but then did good against teams that are good. So, I mean, the Giants didn't do that against the Dodgers this time, but, you know, that's how it kind of was last year, is that they took advantage of the Rockies and Diamondbacks, but besides that, like, other teams, like the Pirates and stuff I can remember, they did not do well against, so hopefully that's a good sign, maybe, I don't know, but, really, I'm trying to find anything that came good out of this game. The Giants ended up losing 7-0, which is definitely not what the Giants want to see, especially at the first game. So, this was not good after just being swept in a 4-game series against the Dodgers. And you know, I just want to talk about that real quick. I'm sorry that I was not able to come out with the video yesterday, like I said. In the video, the last time the game right after the All-Star break, when I covered the All-Star and then I covered the Dodgers game, I ended up saying that I wouldn't for sure be able to post on Saturday because I was camping, and then on Sunday possibly I wasn't going to be able to post either. And then I didn't post yesterday, and the reason is because I did not really see this game. Actually, I didn't see it at all because there was no cell service, so I wasn't able to cover the Giants, and I didn't want to talk about a game that was a game that I have not seen and try and go off the top of my head and not see anything. So, you know, obviously I didn't want to talk about that, so sorry about that. I know that I said I would talk about it yesterday, but there's honestly nothing to talk about. Anyways, the Giants had ended up losing to the Dodgers 7-4. So, obviously, the Giants are not going the right way. They are 0-5 right now after the All-Star break, which really sucks because the Giants were on that roll right before All-Star break, and like I said, I did not want All-Star break to happen right then because the Giants were on a roll, and I felt like if they were to go against the Dodgers, they would at least win one game after going against the Brewers and going against the Padres and all that. They did really well against them, so, you know, it did kind of suck, but now I'm going to get back to this game. I'm going to give you guys a quick recap about what ended up happening. And honestly, it was a game of about doubles, really. Jacob Junis had started this game, and he was going against Merrill Kelly, which, in my opinion, Merrill Kelly is one of the best Diamondbacks pitchers on the roster right now. Madison Bumgarner is good, and I obviously like him because he was a Giant. But, you know, I think Merrill Kelly is way better than him right now. So with that being said, I'm going to give you guys the recap. So to start off the game, it was Jacob Junis. He ended up going 4.1 innings pitched and was pulled out in the 5th inning after he gave up a single, which was not the right idea because in the 5th inning they brought in Jarlin Garcia, who has really been struggling ever since he had that really good start with the 0 ERA. And then the MLB app had gone ahead and said, will they ever allow a run? And that night, against the Rockies, Jarlin Garcia had a terrible game and ended up getting his ERA up to like 1.9 or something, you know, not a good thing. So he ended up coming in and he ended up giving up, and I'm looking up there right now because because so much stuff happened and I don't want to go off the top of my head, so I wrote down a whole thing of what ended up happening. And what happened in the 5th, Geraldo Perdomo had gotten a double, making it a 1-0 game. So now it is 1-0, and then Jarlin Garcia gave up a single to Alec Thomas, making it a 2-0 game. So just like that, the Giants were finding themselves behind 2-0 and still did not have a single hit. That all changed in the 6th inning when finally the Giants got a hit. Luis Gonzalez had hit a double That's how they started off the inning, and the Giants weren't able to score at all, which really sucks. And that's what happens, is that they cannot score with runners in scoring position. There's a little ground out that made the runner at second, who was Luis Gonzalez, not be able to go to third, making it still a runner at second with only one out. Gabe Kapler had pinch hit Mike Yastrzemski for Joey Bart. Mike Yastrzemski comes out, and it looked like it was going to be a hit and be the Giants' first run, but it was a line out right to the second baseman, and then the second baseman got to second base and got out the runner at second, who's Luis Gonzalez. And just like that, the Giants, who had a leadoff double and a big chance for them to come back into this game, had just been out of it again, and it was 2-0 in the end of the inning. And then in the 6th inning, Carson Kelly had ended up hitting a double after having a runner at first base, and then another runner that ended up going all the way to third base on a double. And then both those runs are obviously scored with the double by Carson Kelly, making a 4-0 game. And then Josh Rojas, with 2 outs, ended up hitting a single, making a 5-0 game. So just like that, the Giants are not looking good. And then the Giants bullpen was able to kind of start to even out and make it so the Giants may have a chance to come back, but it was already late in this game. And the Giants only had 9 more outs to get 6 runs to win the game, 5 runs to tie this game, and they weren't able to do it. And then in the 8th inning, to cap everything off with just everything that had gone ahead and happened, there was a single, making it a 7-0 game. So obviously that is not what you want to see. And then the Giants weren't able to score any more runs. The Giants only were out to 3 hits, which Merrill Kelly had only allowed 3 hits, 8 inning pitches, and 7 strikeouts. He is going to be my player of the game. I could give it to Carson Kelly, because when he hit that double, it made it a 4-0 game and made the D-backs pull ahead a lot more. But Merrill Kelly, without him doing what he did and being dominant against the Giants, the D-backs probably would have not won that game. So a great job by Merrill Kelly with 8 inning pitch, 7 strikeouts, and only 3 hits. And then my player of the game for the Giants, which if you're new to this channel, it's what I go ahead and do, is because I'm a Giants fan, I'll still give them a player of the game. And you know, it was really, really hard to go ahead and think of one, but I'm going to give it to Luis Gonzalez. He went 2 for 3 and had the Giants' first hit, and he was 2/3 of the Giants' hits. So obviously not something that you want to see, but you know, Luis Gonzalez, good for him. He had that double, like I said, but he ended up getting out in that line out by Mike Yastrzemski. But you know, he ended up having good plate appearances and all that, so that was a good thing to see. With all that being said, thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe. Go Giants. Let's hope the Giants will actually be able to win this game today. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys tomorrow.